Retweet the space, share the space, let people know that number one space on Twitter is up and running. And as usual, we're about to discuss important issues that has to do with nation building. We are here to discuss important issues that have to do with our lives and the lives of our country. And the fact that we are doing this on a platform whereby we know a whole lot of international listeners come up on this platform to listen, so that it will be heard on time, loud and clear, that Nigerians, of which we represent the vast majority of Nigerians, we are speaking out to the issue. So now tomorrow, you're not saying Nigerians were quiet now. No, we're not quiet. We spoke out and we're speaking out very, very loud. So as I always say on the platform, thank you to all of you that always come out here. Thank you to Otumba. Jimmy. you don't you don't upload new passports. New passports. This is our mood for this space. Please look at Jimmy's profile picture. Everybody in this church, please look at the profile picture of Jimmy. That is our mood in this church today. If you do anyhow, in fact, let me drop the disclaimer on time. If you're new to this church, maybe your neighbor brought you. You heard it. Your neighbor told you that there's this church I used to go to every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, and Saturday, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. The church, so many miracles used to happen there. So many blessings. If you pay your tithe in this church, you will see your business will be prospering. That church, and you follow the person to this church, and you're here in this church for the first time, let me tell you on time, please. If your doctor used to tell you, take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the night, because of high blood pressure, this is not the church for you. We don't cure such illness here. Please, because in this church, stray bullets, they fly anyhow if he touch you. So please, look at Jimmy's picture one more time. Now, so our mood day for this church. Now, so we day. All of us, that's our face day. Thank you. So, guys, welcome to the Church of Vawulence. Before I jump into our program today, I just want to sell our market as usual. For those that are not on social, for you that have family members that could not come to church today, they're probably busy at work. Probably they don't have social, they don't have Twitter. Probably they don't have their network is down, or they have low data. They don't have much data to join Twitter Spaces. I know that it consumes a whole lot of data. Please let them know that we have our radio station, our online radio station, which is at www.radio.vawulencespace.com, and it is live and it is up and running, and we are streaming this space live. We're also streaming this space live on our YouTube channel at Vawulence_space, on Facebook at Vawulence_space, and right here on Twitter. So please share all these links to people that you know that should be on this conversation, because I say this all the time. What we discuss on this platform is what I wish if I had one superpower, is that it will be discussed in the homes of hundreds of millions of Nigerians. Because what we discuss on this platform is what is real, facts and figures. Things that Nigerians, they don't tell us. Things that our media are scared to discuss. Things that people are scared to talk about. Things that have been gagged from Nigerians is what we find ourselves discussing on this platform. And that is why we do this all the time. And we are always grateful to have all of you on the platform. Yes. Now, before we move into the conversation of today, we have been saying something. We have been working behind the scene so hard. So many I say this always, I've been blown away by the ingenuity of Nigerians. The ingenuity of the obedient family is amazing. You guys are something else. We have asked for volunteers, and I've seen obedient violencers come out to volunteer their time, their resources, their skills, and we are building something huge, something big by the grace of God, something that will say a year from now will be the biggest news platform in Nigeria. We are doing a whole lot of work behind the scenes, and it is with my pleasure to say that we are 30% ready to go. Yes, we are 30% ready to go. So please, guys, I'm going to be needing all your support. For all of you that are not, we need all volunteers. We need all accountable. If you're writing, if you're good at tech, whatever you know you're good at, you can always volunteer. Hit us in the DMs. But right now, I need all of you on the platform. I don't know how many of us are on the platform. Yes, over 633 of you on the platform. I need every one of you now to pause whatever you're doing and go and follow the handle up on the Jumbotron. I bring to you the brainchild of the violence space, parallel facts, coming to you guys on your TV soon, on all social media channels. Please follow Parallel Facts right now. I need over 600 followers now. Please, everybody, leave what you're doing. Leave your chairs. That is the tithe for today. We need all of you on the platform. While you're retweeting this space, while you're sharing this space, the main offering and tithe right now is to follow Parallel Facts. I need to see 600 followers now. Please, guys, hit the followership. We have to grow this platform. We have to make it big because there's so many people working behind the scene, and we need them to understand that, yes, you guys work you're doing behind the scene is not in vain. Nigerians, obedience, violencers are going to support you guys. So I need all of you right now. Before I start my submission, I'm going to be counting. Let me open it first and be checking how many people. If you don't follow, we ban you from church. We ban you from church now because this one I'm realizing now with costs. We use plus costs by fire by force. This one you must follow.
I think right now we're like 244, so I can't.
We don't need 244. Wow, we started at 76.
We're 257.
Everybody follow. Ishauru, Jimmy Ishauru. Jimmy, please, before I will give my submission, let us do this flash. Please, Jimmy, please speak. Or to my push, please drop some. I need maybe, you know, where 2 or 3 courses, where you drop 2 or 3 courses on the audience, the reverberation will be louder. So may not be saying only me go drop them, please. So I need you people to please unmute your mic. Let us release courses for those that will not follow Parallel Facts. Now, please, Otumba and Jimmy, please unmute your mic and speak, please. Please. Unmute your mic and speak. Now they laugh. Unmute your mic now.
Bro,
now.
The course is not for
We're at 320, so I don't think I think we're at 320. So let's
We-
give it a little bit more.
327.
the course is for Agbado people. No worry.
No.
Just
Special.
pray prayer.
You know this.
Pray prayer.
Jimmy, don't do about it. The alacrity. What I'm supposed to use follow this I could reduce. Alright, guys, please, I beg. Let me please, I beg. They say we will reserve the cost for Abado people, yes. Because today, dead body go surplus. Today, today the cancer patient. Rumokoro, did you hear the song I played? Rumokoro don't catch fire. Rumokoro Adolf Hitler. Obia Paul Jagaban today go collect. So let me release that one for you. So please, guys, I plead with you guys, everybody on the platform, follow the Violence Space, our media handle, our new media, the Parallel Facts, where we'll be bringing out the real news, not the channels TV news, not the cable news, the real news as it is happening. You guys will be seeing it live and direct. So please, guys, follow up the channels. We are on Instagram also at the Parallel Facts. We're on Facebook also at the Parallel Facts. TikTok. We are everywhere. We the vex. We carry vex to come. Because as we said the last time we canceled Channels TV on this platform, we said there is no point canceling Channels TV if you do not, and you create a vacuum that cannot be filled, or you don't fill the vacuum. So it is important that while we are counseling these people and letting our people understand that, CEO, fake news is detrimental to your health. It is important to fill up the people with real news. And that's why we have brought up this platform. And God bless all the volunteers. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing. I have never seen the genuinity of people in my life. Or to my know what I'm saying. You know, I would just, God.
Yeah, the amount of things that happened within yesterday was mind-blowing. Yeah,
my goodness. No, the whole team we're going to do a special.
Oh yeah, really, our graphic design. I mean, that guy. I mean, my God, the entire team, even the volunteers. And Saddam, I think what I want to stress is, see, this is owned by everybody. I mean, we can't call it a violence-based newspaper or whatever, but we're going to beat the international media at their own game. That's the goal. We're going to reach millions of Nigeria. It's not just writers. People that, if you are working in a government agency, or you have people that are working in certain areas, and you have privilege to information, we'll create a channel. See, we'll whistleblow. Everything. We'll sign Torchlight. And it's not just news, not just political news. And it's also a platform where anybody can come and express yourself. Where we just want to make it a truly people's own newspaper or news organization where no filter, it's raw, there's no commentary. If X happened, X happened. There's no, but we just give you the news the way it is. No editing, no, and we don't want to depend on any sponsor. Like we don't need any. So say okay, interview no. So this that.
Oh, sorry, Otuma. Please, guys, please, thank you. I think Otuma has done a whole lot of justice to it. It is our platform. We are built. It is the people that crave for real news, not junk media, not junk journalism, not the kind of journalism that have been practiced in Nigeria over the past couple of years. That you just see something, you see a headline, Bola Tinubu.
We're talking like, see, for example, General Oluchi, good evening, hi to you, good afternoon. Like, see, all the threats she's making there. Well, how do we get it to where people that are not on Twitter get to read the breakdown of the case?
God
Or
bless you.
like, just like, because see, social media is powerful, yes, but there's so much people we are leaving behind that, I mean, age 18 to 75 that have access to tech phone. And then we want to go beyond that also, to where we want to reach everybody as much as we can. Because that's what the media is not doing. Thank God for Arise. I mean, Arise still tries, but nobody really, really speaks the layman language, breaking it down as simple as possible. Just saying this is what it is, not the usual fancy words, yet herrings, and ignoring and ignoring. No, not that nonsense. We don't want that nonsense.
Honestly speaking. So, guys, please, thank you very much to all of you. I don't know how many of you. Let me check. Let me check the numbers. Let me check how many of you have followed the platform. Thank you so much to all 427 of you that follow the platform. Thank you. Please, we have a whole lot of numbers in this house. Over 720 of you. I don't know whether the 720 of you are Abado people. Whether it's 400 and let me do math like Peter. If 427 people have followed the platform, why have the rest of you, 300 and something of you, not followed the platform? Are you a hater? Are you a bad belle? Are you an anti-progress? Are you a pro-Abado? Are you a pro-Channels TV? What is your problem that you're not following the platform? Please let us know. If you're not following the platform, that means you're one of these things. And I'm going to read that tweet. Hey God, I dropped one bomber yesterday. Did you guys see my tweet yesterday? Please, guys. I made one very interesting tweet yesterday that caused rancor. Abado people were crying up and down. Where I said, frame one, the president-elect of hardworking, good students, working class, businessmen and women, artisans, and every Nigerian of goodwill. And I say frame two, the president-select of drug dealers, drug addicts, terrorists, ballot box snatchers, thieves, Twitter beggars, religious and tribal bigots, armed robbers, bandits, kidnappers, Yahoo boys, runs girls, and lazy Nigerian youths. I don't need to tell you the frame. I just told you frame one and frame two. So you on your own, you know who is in frame one and who is in frame two. I'm not going to work. Today's face is all cruise. I've already called these two frame one and frame two. You know the people that are in frame one, you know the people that are in frame two. All right, guys, let's jump into the conversation of today. Thank you, guys, all of you that are following the platform. Please, all through the space today. That's what I'm doing, just advertising it. And hopefully, we're going to be trending. Yes, that's it. Hopefully, we have to be trending something tonight. So I think we should trend our trending. Bola Tinubu is a criminal, because today we're going to be exposing the man's crime family. It's amazing how you can trace every crime in this country and it circles back to one man. It's amazing how in every major crime in this country you can circle it back to him. I remember when this outgoing administration started, and the whole hula baloo then was all about Desiani. If you guys can remember, you can remember the whole Desiani talk about Desiani being so corrupt, Desiani being the greatest thief ever. We came out and said Desiani has a brazier, a diamond brazier, worth billions. Desiani this, Desiani that, and they took the whole news on Desiani. Every corruption was put on Desiani and her accomplice, Kola Aluko. Apparently, these guys, and you now circle back that whole crime, and who is the person buying all the proceeds? Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will just do a little bit because I really told my own. I want to hear people. Those that have done research. People say that Saddam, I have things to say. People are someone's in my DMs sending me articles, sending me videos, and I'm like, God have mercy. If we keep quiet, if we keep quiet as a people and we do not, because for some people, they look at it as this is just cruise. No, it is all speaking out and making sure that you see this man image. This man image will be, that is as tainted as it is, we will highlight it for the whole Nigerians to know. So you don't have any excuse to say you did not know that Bola Tinubu is not a criminal. That Bola Tinubu did not steal. Bola Tinubu is not a drug dealer. That Bola Tinubu has not enabled state capturing. That Bola Tinubu has not enabled state terrorism. All of these things are tied to one man. Just one man. And the end of it all is that this man has fought himself, bribed himself, used money to coerce people, and made sure that he has gone for the highest position in the land. It would have been something else if this man had continued his crime in coded as a coded thief, a coded terrorist financer, a coded drug dealer, a coded fake identity, everything coded. But the moment you bring yourself out to vie for the highest position in a land of over 200 million people, and over 20 million of them in diaspora are doing very well, the moment you present yourself, you've opened yourself for scrutiny. And the moment you're being scrutinized and whatever is seen about you, people will talk about it. Because the moment anybody becomes a president, you are the number one. You're the ambassador of that country. You're the first ambassador of that country. The reason why Nigerians are being treated as second-class citizens across the world today is because of the docility, the illiteracy, the stupidity of Buhari, the ineptitude, the inefficiency of Buhari, the corruption of Buhari. The world look at Buhari and see how incompetent he is as a person, and they mirror down that his incompetency to every other Nigerian. And so when you're working in the Western world as a Nigerian, and you're working in the corporate world, and they see you doing extraordinary feats and the rest, and they're looking at your president and wondering, it doesn't match. How can you be the best graduating student in so university? How can you be producing the highest numbers of doctors in America, of black doctors in America? How can you be producing the highest numbers of nurses in Europe? How can you guys be doing all this thing, but you have a Dundee that nothing's up his head as your president? So it's a mismatch. So it is important why we are saying this is that the person that comes out, I saw one of these guys. Unfortunately, many of us know these people, Sha. Many of you have been on Twitter for long. I say this all the time. For many of these, when I say this thing, I'm saying it for many people that just joined Twitter. For us that have been on Twitter for like 10 years, we know some figures. We know some key people. So when somebody like that El Rufai boy came out and was saying he's tabulating results, and we're screaming, and many of us were shouting, "This guy is a fraud, oh! This guy is a fraud, oh! Avoid that guy." And he said he needs volunteers. Come and volunteer and let's tabulate results. And we're telling people on time. Many of us were insulted. He said, "Yeah, people just be condemning people. He has opened, his nails have opened." The other one, in fact, all the tech guys that operated from 2010 to now, the Flutterwave and the rest that David has done exposure on them. All those guys are in the bag of this government. So when you see all of them coming out now to be throwing it, one came out and made a tweet that the highest position in the land is not the presidency. I hope you guys saw that tweet. That the presidency is just a camouflage, it's nothing. They are saying all these things to undermine, because they know that the calamity that they want to install for us, which we have rejected, Nigerians did not vote for. They are trying to let go so that when he enters there, you do not pay attention to him. And we are saying it on time now that we know that this do not allow these people gaslight you. Do not allow them change the reality of Nigeria. The most important position in Nigeria is the office of the president. If you don't have that office going on well, every other thing is a shambles. Every other thing mirrors. Look at Buhari's attitude. Look at the people working under him, the ministers. Look at the governors. The moment you get a president that does not know what he's doing, it automatically trickles down to every other position in the land. It automatically. So when you're getting a president that is a drug dealer, a freaking criminal, what will make me now as a governor of my state not start selling Igbo? What will make me now as a governor, I said, not cancer, say, Omo, na tramadol, because I don't see say this man make money and he work. And you will know that they automatically all the security operatives will be compromised because he's going to make sure his trade goes inland in a larger way. And all the top authorities, if you know about drugs, if you've watched about drugs, movie about drugs, you understand that almost everything they touch, they compromise because there is nothing. If you have met drug dealers, if you're not the same by your friend, una wey dey smoke Igbo, or una know where people dey smoke Igbo, please go and ask them. Go and meet a dealer of Igbo. A dealer of Igbo when I was in university, I will not call his name. But people that know, people that schooled in my school that know. That was when I understood. It was when I started seeing what was happening that I now understood or more. He was making mouth boasting. Those days when we were in the world, when we used to smoke Igbo like them. He said, nothing they sell for this world like Igbo. I was in this argument, we were having argument with oil, petrol. He's 70 in petrol. 70 in petrol. You know how many people they buy Igbo? That time they sell about 15 naira per sachet. 15 naira per sachet. And he was bragging, making mad that people who get money rich out for that local government, they fit count them. And I'm not looking at it and I go and say, oh, 50 naira. And you sit down in a place in a joint where they sell Igbo 15 naira, you can see people that come and buy Igbo there. You can see like 100 people. In minutes, you see people they are doing turnover. Turnover of Igbo, ordinary Igbo. Then imagine people that sell crack cocaine, heroin, expensive drugs. They turn over. So when you see the money these guys control, you now understand why they have almost everybody in their pockets. You now understand why Ebola Tinubu can be so powerful that and when I mean powerful, do not make that man feel. When I mean powerful, I'm not giving him power that like he's an extra human being. No. His power resides in his pocket. The money he has. The money he has. Look at his son going to go and buy a house in London. 11 million pounds, I mean dollars, cash. Drug dealers do not go to the bank. If you know people, if you watch drug films, you see it. Go and watch mafia movies. You saw whenever I'm talking, I don't like say that it is movies. Go and watch movies, you will see all these things. They don't go to the bank, it is raw cash. They don't do transfer. Now pay and go. Raw cash, these people tablet every day. Running. Go and watch Narcos. I was watching Narcos and I was just watching Pablo Escobar life and I'm seeing like the man that wants to be the next president of Nigeria. Raw cash is what these people deal with. So when you understand the kind of money this man yield or the man is sitting on, you can understand when they tell that his son bought house 11 million while he was 30 years. And I see people shouting 30 million. If I let me put it in naira, 8 billion naira worth of house. And you wonder, it is because money is in quantum. The money is surplus. The money cannot finish. The money is just there waiting to be, what should I invest in? Buy properties. They keep buying properties because the money keeps rolling in. And that's the kind of person we are dealing with. And it is important. That's why we will come on this platform and we're talking, you know, like say, Tinubu. Let Nigerians know, let the world know, we did not vote a criminal drug dealer. That all his family, you see that tomorrow, you touch tomorrow, you see that one of his daughters is already a junkie. Probably, they say the sins of the father is already living with the children. So you're not going to be making other people's children junkie, and your own children will not be consuming. So probably one of his daughters is already ahead. She's in rehab. Probably God, the grace of God, she will show him what he has been doing to other people's children, because so many lives have been lost over. This is a trade that has been going on since the 70s to the 80s. Over 30 years of doing this business, lives have been lost. I can't even quantify people that have died being customer to this man's business. I can't even quantify the number of lives that have been wasted doing this man's business. I can't even quantify the number of people, young youths right now, that are dependent on drugs today in Nigeria. Vis-a-vis Africa, vis-a-vis Chicago. Only God can explain how wide this man's cartel of drug dealing is. And that's why we are coming out of this platform today to talk about the man's crime family. And before I yield the mic to other people, let me just touch a little bit on the very, very stupid man from the Adolf Hitler of Obiakpo. You find people to do business with. You find people that you're going to do deal with. You now go and meet the man that even the devil is scared of. The man that entered Satan's hand and do Satan wayo. The man that successfully guy-manned Satan. Now you go do business with. You killed innocent Nigerians. You rigged so hard that you generated 80,000 votes from one local government in Obiakpo for a man that you know naturally cannot get 8,000 votes from that local government. You rigged so hard that they asked you to just give us 25%. You say, no, 25% is too small. Let me give you the whole state. You rigged so hard that they have come out to deny you because you are your rigging and your stealing is so obvious that even he himself, he had to go and tell Premium Times to release it in news that it's better I lose to Nigerian media, tell Nigerian media, that I did not win River State. Premium Times had to release it before any tribunal is sitting down today. It's out there in the news that Premium Times have released it that Peter Obi won River State. You rigged so badly. Every other people they go rig 25%. You go rig the impossible. You carry River State and you give it to a man. All because of I don't know how you believe. I don't even know how your thought. I don't even believe your thought process because I take Wike as a drunk because people that are heavily intoxicated in alcohol are people that are unstable. And when you're an unstable person, you cannot make rational decisions. You're always flippant. You're always looking up to if you take alcohol, if you take your 40 years today, tomorrow, what you talk yesterday, you don't forget them. So probably he was high and drunk and had a meeting with Jagaban, and Jagaban told him that this is what we're going to do, an agreement, and his mind always to me, agreement is agreement, you. That is his own play. That he took the man to come, you had to invite the man to come to your city for him to fall your hand and bring you down to earth. And make you understand that, bros, I owe you nothing. And if you think probably it's because some people say Tinubu is a very, very proud and arrogant man. If you follow someone that we know, someone that we have been on his case for long, there is something about that man that when he talk his own, he's talking with his chest. Because I've been seeing wicked boys coming out to say, he's just doing it for the camera. He's just for the camera. He's just doing it. Maybe say, Okay, not there. He say if you want to talk to him, now go and meet Sawulu. Now your level be that too. Your level is governor. In fact, Sawulu is more important to you because in the next few days, in 5 days, you will be unimportant in the scheme of affairs in Nigeria. The breaking news for Wike is that even ministerial appointment you will not get. Because let me tell you something about a betrayer. And I'm going to draw this analogy down to Atiku because many people don't understand why Atiku is irrelevant to the political scheme of affairs today in Nigeria. It is the single act Atiku had. His actions of 1993. What Atiku, the seed Atiku sowed in 1993 is what is pursuing him to today. The seed of betrayal that he betrayed his brother, King Gibe, in that SDP primaries. Go and ask people about it. They'll tell you the betrayal that Atiku did to his own brother, King Gibe, in 1993, just so that MK Abiola will make him deputy. Is that betrayal that has made Atiku irrelevant 30-something years after. We Nigerians, we don't know how to hold grudges. We don't know how to hold grudge. We don't. But you see politicians forever hold grudge. Politicians forever, forget how they say interest, all about interest. But there's an interest that no matter how you get level where you go cross reach, forever and ever, they will always look at you as now that guy. We will do business with him, but he get where he no go reach. I'm saying this for all Wikiminites. to understand that. Let me prophesy and let me let you understand that Wike is better off. If you know Wike, tell him now. He's better off going to go and meet Peter Obi and beg Peter and say, Peter, let me help you. Pay your lawyers so that you must win this case. Because I'm telling you people the truth that in the next, God forbid it, because I know if we must take back our country back, but I'm just putting that God forbid that and the impossible of a Tinubu's presidency. See, the greatest person that will suffer is Nyesom Wike. You don't betray people and you think that those people that you betrayed, the people that you betrayed for, will take you as a serious person. They just laugh at you. Especially politicians, they just look at you and are like, who will be this man? Who will be this guy? You think that you're jostling for position. Even minister, I'm telling you, you don't go see. If they give you, you're not going to 6 months ago. Tinubu is a master. I was watching a video about Fashion. Fashion was giving one speech, and he was saying how many times Tinubu sacked him and brought him back. Because Tinubu normally is a junkie. When he smokes his skunk or he smokes his crack, he sacks you, fire you, hey, go and come back. He will pursue. We cannot go do. You know, that you love money, this or that. They will not waste time with you, my brother, and they will take you off that because they know you that you are a freaking criminal. You are a serial betrayer. They know that you will march on people to get to power. That is exactly the treatment of Atiku until today. Even the political class in the north do not find Atiku worthy of being the president. It was a seed he sowed in 1993. 30 years later, Wike has sowed his own seed. And I say, Wike, with this, safe journey to your political oblivion. You are gone and you are gone for good. I will allow people to come in on the platform right now and say what they want to say about you because me, I just have plenty of clips. I don't be keeping Nigerians. Agreement, disagreement, you. I just drop them banger back to back for people to listen to you yourself. And for you to understand the kind of, because probably I know you'll be on this place. You have an ego problem. You and the short man from Kaduna are similar. Narcissistic human beings. That when you hear they're talking about you somewhere, you just come on that phone, make I hear what they talk about me. Say, who are those people? You come here. You will not come here. Nigerians will tell you something today, Wiki, eh? Agreement is agreement. Okay, let me yield the mic. Guys, and also I think hopefully my sister will be here with us on the platform. General Oluchi should be giving us another breakdown of the judicial. Our tribunal starts next week, oh guys. Next week our tribunal. In case you don't know it. For those that have been in my DM disturbing me, tribunal is starting next week. So we'll be having a systemic guide up onto the tribunal. And hopefully on the platform today also, yes, we're having some Labour Party officials that will be coming to join us on the platform today. Thank you guys. Thank you for my long rant. Let me use the mic to Otumba and Jimmy. Hopefully,
So now, am I
yeah, you're
audible?
audible, my brother. My
Yeah.
brother, go on, please. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Violence Space. Thank you, everyone, for supporting, for always joining us. So now, your submission is quite interesting because as you were saying it, I was agreeing with you, but then there was a part where I started to say no, and follow me on this. In as much as we detest and hate Wike and say things about him, Nigeria has shown us over time that we lack the ability to punish political bad actors. We've not been able to. And I'll give you a case in point. Regardless of how terrible you think Wike is, Erufai is worse. Erufai has sat over genocide in southern Kaduna for years now. For almost 8 years. Erufai has been, whether you call him directly or indirectly responsible for the killings or indifference to the killings in southern Kaduna. El-Rufai, we can go see that the Atta. There's so many things. Is it the travesty committed when he was Minister of FCT in Abuja? How we, used, destroyed people's houses, people's livelihood, just for land grabbing. So you can there's a well detailed history of El-Rufai's atrocity. Yet, God forbid bad thing.
in an Agbado's government, he might probably be the most beneficiary of that Agbado's government. So yeah, while I get the part of Wike and Tinubu, the thing is, Wike and Bola Tinubu are so similar. And I get the fact that, yes, because, right now we are feeling, oh, you might not get any appointment from Bat. Or, don't be shocked, you might. Because, see, the criminals, they all speak the same language. They understand each other. Now, while you might not give him 80 billion for the road he constructed, which even takes me to Rivers State. I think I was reading, or I think it was Rufai that was talking about Rice TV today. I didn't know Rivers State has almost 50% unemployment. I'm shocked. Like, I was shocked. Because I know Rivers State, I think when it comes to oil allocation, I think it's Delta. I think Rivers State. I might be wrong. Or Akwa Ibom. I might be wrong. Actually, if you listen back, correct me. But reading that Rivers State, one of the states that has the highest allocation, allocation from the federal government when it comes to oil resources, still has over 50% unemployment. And I'm thinking to myself, yesterday on Court of Public Opinion, we had a conversation of White Elephant Project. All that guy does is flyover. And I said we should change Rivers State slogan to the flyover state, But a state like that has 50% unemployment. Wike successfully killed, manipulated, and installed his own governor. Even if Wike doesn't get any federal appointment, until Wike gets punished when taken to court, which happens when we get our mandate back and EFCC cases, Wike will go scot-free for a little bit. So I think Nigerians, we have to really look at ourselves and say, while we can curse politicians, we can say X, Y, Z, did they really get punished? You talked about Atiku. Atiku betrayed King Ibe. But bro, see, aside from being the president in Nigeria, that man has won. He won. He won in the sense. Let me explain how I say he won. He was vice president. He was able to enrich his friends and his cronies by privatization, by selling off Nigerians' assets to all his friends. Atiku is one of the people one of the main. If I say there's an individual that benefits from the oil theft in Nigeria that goes on, Atiku is one of them. You cannot, a lot of them might document. I think that I was reading when they were saying, oh, like when people were saying, Tinubu's son bought X amount of houses. Line of Jedi says that if he opens the Pandora's box of how much Atiku kids have themselves, that we will be more shocked than Tinubu. So I don't know if it's just to wish Nigeria or pray or curse them and say they get punished. I think there's a part where we are going to have to inflict real pain on these Nigerian politicians. I know it's coming, so that's how I get what you're saying about Wike. See, Wike might. Don't be shocked if Wike becomes the Minister of Interior under this bad regime. They might act like they are fighting in public because we fell for this so many times. They'll act like they have rancor and they have XYZ, and then the next day you see them partying up and they's announced as minister or whatever. So, or some special assistant, or even if he doesn't get an elected an appointed post, he might get contract. And they are criminals. They know how to grease each other's palm behind the scenes. So I don't want people to focus on because of Wike. Tinubu told him, man, don't be shocked tomorrow when you see Wike and Tinubu going somewhere else, doing something together. Then on the one of the Tinubu crime family, I've always said it. I said, like, we've always associated Atiku with corruption, but Bola Tinubu just with drugs. But I think we need to add one more to Bola Tinubu. When you think of the word corruption in Nigeria, if you say, give me a word that describes corruption, we usually say Atiku. Now, to me, it's Tinubu. It's no longer Atiku, it's Tinubu. Because, man, my brother, you said it. See, and I've been doing some digging. That Aranda, I went into a black hole yesterday and this morning too, just trying to look up cases. Tinubu had been involved in corrupt practices back in the military days. He was a military boy. He was sharing all those loot. That's here. Bro, Tinubu's in crime is long. It's beyond his crime is started when he was this man started siphoning Nigerian funds even before he became governor. This man was a boy to those military governors. Especially to under Abacha and Babangida. It was their boy. It was their boy. So, man, this is crime family, man. It's another one. And the last one, I think the tribunal, is actually, I think is it the pre-hearing that starts on Monday? I don't know if it's the actual tribunal itself, but I know it's the tribunal where they they sort of set the rules on, admission of evidences, and they lay like the ground rules or the groundwork. Because I was reading the Electoral Act also, where okay, it's a pre-hearing, so it's not so people don't expect to start hearing judgment on Monday. There's no judgment on Monday. Monday is basically where they do it's a pre-hearing, because now obedience now that's someone gonna release fake news that they've acquitted, the tribunal dismissed case. Obedience to it will go on Twitter. Monday is pre-hearing. There's no judgment that's coming on Monday. We want to set the ground rules. Even though as much as I don't trust the process and I hate the process, there's still a process they have to follow, regardless of how you feel. There's a way it has to go. And I hope maybe General Richard, or maybe Yusuf Maxwell, someone else that has more insight to come and explain the pre-hearing, what it's about. So I yield the mic for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let me just add to that. I think I reached out to General Oluchi. Hopefully she'll be here with us. If not, she's gonna join us. We'll have this. She will have that her breakdown for us on Saturday, hopefully. But and Otumba, I want us let's just have this small discussion here. Let us put it this way now. I'm looking at this like they say the want of a man is insatiable, right? You are aspiring. We can say, honestly speaking, Nigerians we do not punish our leaders, and that's why I said. But the political circle itself, they know how to punish themselves. They know how to punish themselves. And if you look at El Rufai, I would say this because, irrespective of how devilish or how wicked El Rufai is, he's a master of his art. He's a master. I don't know how he has successfully kept the media at bay, or he has made them not talk about his issues. He's not that loud-mouthed
There's a reason why now that the Atta is a prime example. So that when he had an issue with the media person, he just disappeared the person. Until today, we don't know whether the guy is alive or dead. And his kids make fun about the guy on Twitter. So other bribe, he went the dark route. Like, I could just disappear this guy, and you can't hear from him. Till today, no one knows where the Atta is.
Yeah, so, he has that history in him. But that history, you understand, he's not that man that saying if you're evil, and you keep robbing it. If I can say in the past 8 years of El Rufai, I can name the times I have seen him on the media. We can name how many times we saw him when he came out for the pre-elections. You saw him when he came out for Naira this thing. Even when there is death in his state, he does not come out. He hides himself on the media. So even if except you're not going to start finding him. But you see a loud-mouthed person like Wike under alcohol. See, an alcoholic is the one that needs, they see people don't high. If you're drunk, you don't high, you're going to stagger up and down. You could not say this man.
Yeah, that's why Wike. First time if you see him, you think it's when I knew he was 50, I was like, what? He comes across like a 70-year-old person, 75-year-old person to me. So
Wike, look at Shea Makinde and Wike. Shea Makinde is Wike's junior.
They're about the age mates.
With 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're about the
But look at Wike. Wike liver don't finish everything. Kai don't scatter the whole place. He don't drink alcohol, whiskey, scatter. So he's a junkie. He's a drunkard. And when you look at people that get high on drugs and people that get high on alcohol, they are two different. You know what I'm saying now? You see their whole reaction. One I don't know. One is a depressant, or the other one is I don't know how to even call this, but you know what I'm saying, yeah?
Yeah. Alcohol does a lot more damage. Actually, alcohol, as long as if it's not like crack or something, alcohol does a lot more damage to you though, because it dehydrates you, works in your kidney.
So Wike is the alcoholic jagaban. You understand now? They high, high. Why this man are the crack jagaban? So you see, there are two people that are aspiring for the same thing, getting high on different supplies. And the different supplies one can be coordinated. If it takes someone that take cocaine can come into this room.
Cocaine users in the US, man, they're probably one of the most wealthiest people.
It's a white man drug. You understand? It's a white man drug.
It's a rich white man drug. It's a rich.
You understand? So it's a difference with what you're trying to say. If you go buy if we get broke now, in last card at 500 naira, you go drink Odogu bitters. You go see high. You understand? But white man now, if Jagaban broke now, I'm on a rehab straight. because he cannot. His case is something different. So I want you to understand the difference between Wike and don't equate to case. Wike is a special case. If he did, he must find attention. Wike will go hire channel. Channel go leave Abuja. They will come to do press briefing for River State House almost every week. And they say in each of those visitations that they come there, tens of millions are being paid. So such a person is someone I know that this kind of man, his trajectory is already going downwards. And it will happen. You go see him, remember so talk him. So our own job as people here, I know that we don't hold our leaders responsible. And that's why I say big ups to obedient women. And that's another why I tell our obedient family members, please, do not for one day think you're not doing enough. Because what we are doing now, Otuma, you said this in even the last place, that if you had told us 2 years ago,
yes.
You understand? So I don't want us to start pushing ourselves too hard and look like we're not doing much.
Oh, you know,
If
I
you
mean,
have told
when I mean the first time
Nigerians, I'm saying Nigerians in general.
The first time Nigerian politicians faced accountability was from the obedient movement. This was the first time they were questioned and they're like, "Screw you." Was this last election cycle, and you could see how they reacted. They start calling you rude, and because all for the last how many years, 20 plus years, they've always gotten away with whatever they wanted to get away with. But you see how they reacted on the, and you see the reason why they call us rude and uncouth and all kind of things or whatever they say, it's not because we're not rude to them. It's because they've never been questioned by their people before. They've never had this kind of scrutiny and pushback and all. Like if you see how they say, oh, they abuse me on social media. Like I'm thinking, like when it means it's strange to them. It's a new territory for them. They don't understand it. It's beyond. It's beyond. They're like,
for them,
what
all
are these
their
people
lives they have
doing?
been worshiping them.
Yes, and I think it's a boomer generation problem, which is why in a workplace, for example, corporate workplace, where they say, "Oh, Gen Zs or Gen Alpha, you're difficult to work with," and we're like, "Yeah, because you know why? We're not going to take bullshit from you. You're not going to just, yeah, you're my boss, but you're not going to use a certain tone for me, man, bro. I can work anywhere else. So, and you get like, oh, this person is rude. This person, man, shut up. I'm not rude. I'm just telling you, you're not going to treat me anyhow you want to treat me. So it's the same kind of treatments they got, and they're like, oh, no, please spare us."
Honestly speaking, I think before I circle to Jimmy, guys, I just want to one more time sell our market because many of you were not here when we started the church. You're welcome to the Church of Vawulence one more time. If it's your first time in this service, relax, melembe in the voice of Wike. Cool it down, take your seats. Our mics are very, very loud. We have speakers, new speakers that is touching everywhere. Wherever you're in this church, you're going to hear our voice loud and clear. We have an alternative platform that have been built by amazing Nigerians that are about to take over the media sphere of the country vis-a-vis Africa and the world in general. And it is called Parallel Facts. And we are hitting them with enough followership on the platform. So please, to all 900 of you on the platform right now, please check the Jumbotron, look at the account. I know, I got some complaint that, many of why I love this our church is that we have all generation of people here. I know somebody that is 70 years in this space now. I know 60s, then plenty. 50s, then plenty. 40s, then plenty. 30s, they choke. 20s, then choke. And few in their teens. Everybody is equally represented in this church. So it is a there's no ageism in this church. Everybody's represented. And the problem that I have is that many of the people from the 60s and 70s, they don't understand what is Jumbotron. And this interview my dear, I say, well, you say Jumbotron, what is it? My son, what is Jumbotron? And your Jumbotron is that thing above the space, and you look up, you see one like a dashboard. That's what the Jumbotron is. You see where they wrote, follow the new media account at Parallel Facts. And you see 3 love signs, one white love, one red love, one white love. This instruction is for 60 and above. Please. Then when you go there, you click that Parallel Facts, then you follow, or you tell your son or your daughter or your grandchild, please, let them be hearing this instruction now, mommy and daddies. So you press there and tell them to help you and follow Parallel Facts, because I want to believe that if you're in this church and you're not following Parallel Facts, it's because you are from 60 years and 70 years above. But please, from 50 years downwards, we can do this. And please follow Parallel Facts, support the movement. We're growing the next biggest media outlet out of Nigeria, vis-a-vis Africa, where real news resides, not fake news. The one that if you see the headline, Tinubu has been arrested, it is Tinubu has been arrested. Not when you see Tinubu has been arrested, you now come and see that I tell you, and Tinubu was arrested in 1993. No clickbait here. The real news is what we're going to be giving you guys, starting from the tribunal come next week. So please follow that handle. Let us grow up the handle and get it to 1,000 followers on this platform tonight. It is possible. We have done it before. And one more time, please, do not forget to address the incoming president, His Excellency, President Peter Obi, in all your posts every day. Every day, President Peter Obi, make a tweet, President Peter Obi, because that is who Nigerians voted for. We did not vote for a criminal. We did not vote for a criminal. If you know you voted for a criminal, please, and you won your polling unit, please post it in the comment section. Show us your polling unit result. I have not seen one polling unit result won by the criminal on February 28th. I have not seen one. I have not seen one result, not one video, not one on social media. All these criminals crying and shouting up and down on social media. We won. They have not. None of them have posted one, not even their own polling unit result. So where did you win from? Who did you win? Tinubu did not. Nobody voted for you. So please, guys, continue to address Peter Obi as His Excellency, the next president of Nigeria, because that is who he is. And hopefully, by the grace of God, we must reclaim our mandate. And as that is said, do not swear in an unconstitutional president. You useless Buhari, listen. The moment you swear in an unconstitutional president, you have destroyed democracy. A word is enough for the wise. Jimmy, my brother, the face of violence space, because this is your DP, that be our face. Everybody on this platform, look at Jimmy's DP, please. That is how our mood is. As Jimmy then, I saw my face be, I saw Otumba face be, I saw all of us our face be. We know the agree. Jimmy, if you're ready, please, you can help me out here. You can come into the conversation now. Good evening, my brother. Jimmy, this is your face. This is your face. The bless your face affect your voice. The face is affecting your output. You have to request and come back. Bless the face, they fear the space, they fear your face. Please request the mic and come back, my brother. Please. All right, guys, you're welcome to the violence space. I think we'll just probably, and yes, please, we are trending. Please, we are trending. Please, we are trending. Let's make tweets. Let's trend. Let's do something different today, guys. How about we? I love violence also. I love violence. Someone just hit my DM now. So let's do something different. Let us trend Peter Obi won 2023 elections. If you are in for that trend, if you're in for that hashtag, please let me see some emojis. If you want us to trend today, Peter Obi hashtag Peter Obi won 2023 elections. Let me see emojis in this church, please. Let me see emojis. Okay. I think we should do something about. We should do that.
Saddam, we can add President Peter Obi with it. We can add President Peter Obi with it. We can add President Peter Obi.
God bless you, my brother. God bless you, President Peter. For the sake of let's pity about it. You can also trend Bola Tinubu is a criminal. You can add it for Jara. Bola Tinubu is a criminal. And you can also add our own. Parallel facts is here. We are trending our own too. Parallel facts is here. Please, so we can add all these stuff and let's trend. But today, please, we are trending President Peter Obi won 2023 elections. President-elect Peter Obi. President-elect Peter Obi. President-elect. Please make that tweet and bring it up. Let us get all our people trending the hashtag. Thank you, guys. Thank you for always sticking with us on the violence space. God bless you all. Let me yield the mic right now to the face of the violence space right now. I see the hot. Jimmy. Big Mac, why did you drop? Now I wanted to bring you up. Jimmy, you can go on, please. You have the space. Good evening, bro.
Okay.
Please do the
Now
accolades
they
by
hear,
recognizing our people, I beg.
now they hear me now, huh?
We they hear you,
Correct.
God, bro.
Correct. Okay. Ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́ o. Hmm? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're spacing from. It's another segment of Violence Space. Agbado, you guys are welcome. Ẹ káàbọ̀. Ẹ ti ṣorí burúkú o, but ẹ káàbọ̀ still. You're welcome, and we'll give it to you back to back. Lẹ́yìn náà ni kò ní dọ̀la. Ẹlẹ́ṣin ni ẹ má wọrí, a máa ráyè ìkórè yín dáadáa. We'll be ready for you, Lord. Don't problem. Just keep calm. Don't worry. We'll give it to you guys back to back. Right. Today's topic, Tinubu's crown. By the way, it was trending yesterday. Oh, Tinubu, they announced her for Chicago yesterday for radio. They announced Tinubu for radio yesterday for Chicago live. WBBM. Then Whipam is now trending internationally. Okay. And you have useless Agbado people talking nonsense, asking jam questions. Was the radio yesterday or is he a well-recognized radio? Eti shiri. One dárúkọ yẹn lórí radio. They mentioned his name on the radio, asking if he's a well-recognized radio. You are mad. See, what is happening in Nigeria right now? To a lot of people, it's like the impossibility. It's like the impossibility. People are still in denial of trying to figure out that can Peter Obi still come up. We are here to remind you guys all the time, and we will keep reminding you guys. Stop comparing this election to 2019, to 2015 or 2011. Don't compare them. Don't compare them. Obedience was not involved, but now we are involved. And what we are trying to do now, I was on a couple of spaces today and yesterday, and a lot of Obedience are worried. They are worried about the fact that one area is not doing their job. Like let me see, the media are not doing their work. Well, you don't expect them to do that. You don't expect them to do their work simply because they are being controlled. They are being controlled. I put up a tweet few minutes ago. It's the checklist. I've mentioned it before. Let me see if I can read it out to you guys. The checklist of knowing if you're being governed by a dictator. They appoint their family members in key role areas of any establishment. They always have controversial elections. Glorification, calling themselves and praising themselves all the time. Government and religion strongly connected. We can see with all the churches and their relationship with all these pastors. They do it regularly. Rallies. They always organize fake rallies just to show people that, yeah, they are being loved by a lot of people. And they tell lies as they breathe. Personal financial gain, we already know that. It's one of the topic for today. Tinubu's son, 11 million pounds house, just now house without one. We never even reach cow, we never even reach in wardrobe. Now just house without one. That one did here. State-run media, it's one of those tools they use to control people. It's one of those tools they use to control the minds of people, especially our old people, our old, cargos, the ones that the ones they bullied and they threatened with soldiers and army. It's not going to work with this generation. State-run propaganda, as they are doing it on TV. That's why you see channels, was TVC and all these useless TV stations. They don't talk about this guy. They don't advertise or do anything to condemn him. They don't. They wouldn't. They've threatened some of them, and the ones that wants to go against their will, they won't let them do that. Arise is trying to survive. They don't whip them so many fines, 5 million. How long are they going to keep paying that? Free press. You can't ask free questions. You can't. How? They go arrest you. Freedom of speech is guaranteed, but freedom after speech is not guaranteed. They go carry you. Widespread corruption. Exactly what we are seeing right now in Nigeria. Political assassination. We know. We have one trying to become a Speaker of the House. You killed 15 people. You burnt them alive to gain whatever it is you're running for. You got there, and now you're even running to go for is it speaker? I don't even know what it. I mean, it's mad. The level of impunity in that country is outrageous. But guess what? That is exactly what we are fighting for right now, and that is what we want to do. We want to uproot the whole thing. After wuti bombo ti bombo, bombo is called root in Yoruba. After wuti bombo ti bombo, we want to uproot it from the grassroots, from the bottom. That is exactly what we are trying to do. It's not going to be an easy task. We know that, and we are ready for it. A lot of us have, laid our might, everything we have, our lives. I mean, we're doing this without any remorse. We're doing this without any regrets. We're doing this. We're putting ourselves out there for people to know who we are. My last DP, I just don't see the gentleman look always confuses them. A lot of Agbado were just coming at me, they thought, I'm no Gbadun. That look you are, this is the right look to explain how I feel right now. You guys stole from us. You stole from my kids. You stole from my future. I'm not happy. I will curse anybody that comes my way. Anybody. I don't care who you are. Tom, Dick, and Harry. I will curse your generation. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything for anybody. I'm here to say it exactly how it is. Guys, this is the real deal. And people are talking about, by the time they swear him, we don't want them to swear him.
My brother Jimmy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Please, I just have to cut you now. Briefly, please. Our brother is about to, he's about to catch a quick flight, and I just want him to come. Yeah, David came in and let's say he gets, David, they love
No,
break
it's fine.
news
It's
for
fine.
us here.
It's all right. It's all right.
Please, let's you're going to come back to David, please.
No problem.
Good evening, David. How are you doing today, my brother? Check your DMs, Jimmy, please. He sent you something. David, can you hear me?
Loud and
Yeah, but
I'm just seeing the message now. I will check it out. Don't worry. I'll check it out.
All right, David,
Go on.
please have the space. Good evening. Okay. Then Jimmy. I think Jimmy, wait first. Don't break whatever David sent you to the DM first. Just continue your submission. Let me digest it first. Let us digest it. Then we'll break it on the platform, guys. Jimmy, continue. Jimmy, can you hear me?
Bro, I want to continue with this news where David sent me now.
Continue.
Hey!
Just continue your submission.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, as I was saying, guys, we are in this movement, to uproot this thing from the grassroots. So don't bother yourself about one establishment is working, one is not working. No. You see the person coming in. Can you see Peter Obi when he speaks with confidence? There is no fear on his face. These guys, they are afraid. They don't know what is going to happen. They don't understand the zeal we have inside of. They are still wondering what keeps us going. What is that thing that keeps pushing us? They don't understand. The people are tired. You can't keep gagging people for a long time and you expect them to be quiet. No, the people are tired. What is the point of me being alive and my country is going to shit? If you talk, you go die. If you not talk, you go die. I'll die like a man that live like a coward. So to those of you that are still, that are still holding back, this whole election not finished. Election not ever finish. It is different. They've been gaslighting you. They've been throwing all forms of conformity experiment on people to let you know you won, and that's it. It did not fucking win. And Otuba, what he said to Wike is actually true. Because he knew he did not win that election. He knows it deep down. One will win. They did not vote for him. And that this is his way of repaying people back. You understand? The little power, to don't wait and see that he is going to use before they collect them back from him. He wants to make sure he uses that power to just go after people that didn't vote for him. He knows it. There no vote for him. It is out there. It is very, very clear. Guys, be calm. Peter Obi don't they talk calm. Be calm. As human beings, we're meant to be scared once in a while. We're meant to question ourselves and be like, is this thing going to even happen? No, it's normal. Question yourself, but get back on track. Don't get derailed. Always have it at the back of your mind that, look, we're on the right side of history. We won the election and we have proofs to back it up. We have enough evidences to back it up. There's no, the worst they can do is just keep postponing it, and we have a frame of 180 days. It's counting. And people worried about the fact that when they swear him in, he has immunity. It's not a criminal case. It is a civil case. And his immunity doesn't cover that one. His immunity doesn't cover that one. Where we have problem is when they make that judgment and they tell him he's not the rightful, winner, and he doesn't leave. Then we have a problem. That is where we face whatever it is that comes their way. But we're not going to come on spaces to plan on whatever it is we'll do if they don't drop power or whatever. We'll go according to how these things happen. Let's go with the flow. So guys, thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. A lot of people are requesting for the mics already, but let me go around and just say hello to our regular followers, our regular church members. Pepe, Shilelu, I'm pretty sure one of these days you request for the mic. Dr. Jeff requested for the mic the other day and he spoke to us. You're welcome to speak, to say whatever. We're here to listen to you. You've been observing, but yeah, we recognize your presence all the time. Thanks. JP, how you doing, my brother? God bless you. Egmont, Mag, God bless you. Anka Dede, and back, Bad Politics, Omega X, Olawaski, Savik, I see you. Daring, Ibrozil, I see you. Godson, Ayobami, I see you. Ladi, Omwalatika, my brother, God bless you. Anambra for son, I see you. Chike, Omwaka, Orobs, Madonna, Antibolanle, Real Everbest. What happened? You were up there, a few minutes ago. You just came down. Joe Obedience, how you doing, my brother? Liberty Champion, I see you. Agba ID, I see you. Auntie Meg, God bless you. Cindy Gold, I see you. God's Will, Toluwalo Nimi. IJ, Jerry Ann, I see you. God bless you guys. The Comrade, I see you. Pegged, I see you. Chief Oikena, I see. It's been a long time. What's up? You're not speaking anymore. People don't they run, oh, okay. Simcard, I see you. Ada, all the others, God bless you. I see you all. Prisma, I see you. Abraham, incoming virus. Greatest, how have you been? It's been a while. I actually heard you speak on space. God bless you, my brother. Fetch, Happiness, Mazi, Mr. Abu, I see you. Armstrong, Ochi, I see you. The lovely, obedient squad are here. Full house. Amara, Shilo, IBN, I see you. Margarita, Captain Ninja, God bless you. Akani, I see you. Emmanuel, Tony, Aliyu, CJ, I see you. Peter Obi, Child, I see you. Kingsley, Happy, God bless you guys. Thanks for coming. Mazi, BOV, Auntie Stella, Dolapo, I see every single one of you. Dr. Jeff, God bless you. Thanks for always representing. Mazi, God bless you. Thank you guys. Kolade, I see you too, my brother. Clarita, I see you. My beautiful sister, God bless you. I see all the lovely obedient people and Agbado people too. I see you guys who come, listen and hear what you don't want to listen to. Let them speak the truth to you. Chioma, I see you, my lovely sister. God bless you guys. Honorable Ada, I see you. Ayobami, God bless you guys. Thanks for coming. It's another lovely segment of Violence Space. Thanks for coming. Request for the mic. We'll give everyone reasonable time to speak, to give your submission. God bless you guys. You're welcome. Let's stick to the topic. You don't have to speak to every single. We keep saying those things, but people just still like to touch every single one. You don't have to. You can concentrate on one and just dismantle it at your own will. Just have a go at the particular one. You don't have to touch on every single one. We have the Judicial Watch. We have the Wike the Fool. Yeah, we have him up there. We have Tinubu. crime family. And by the way, talking about that's just Sheyu. I have another one for is it Zainab? Yeah, Zainab too has a $2.5 million house in New York. It was man, crazy people, man. Yeah, I have the whole dossier on that one as well when she bought it. And it was cash as well. They paid cash for that one as well. And she stays there, sixth floor or something like that. The whole dossier is out there. I mean, these guys are, oh my goodness, the family is just it's a dynasty of criminals, dynasty. And it's more than a mafia, it's connected with cousins, extended cousins, extended family,
Jimmy,
family.
Jimmy, let me paint the picture here. Let me paint the picture. I'm saying this for all the Abado people on this platform.
Yeah.
Now, look at all of you. We have over 1,000 people on this platform, and I believe that let's say because on our parallel fact, we have over close to 700 people that follow the handle. So let's say 300 of you people here are Abado. So if you're not following parallel facts, that means you are an Abado supporter. So as an Abado supporter, 300 of you now, join yourselves together. Join the net worth, the money that you will ever make in your life. The money your fathers, your mothers, all your descendants, till the end of your generation. Join all the net worth, possible net worth. It's not up to the amount a 30-something-year-old Sheyi used to buy a house. So when you're slaving for these people that have kept you in poverty, and that you will remain, because if you will remain in poverty, you do not think that you will suffer. If the people that will suffer, even I'm saying this now because it will not even happen. But I'm saying even the eventuality, because we said this in 2015. We said people that will suffer, other people that suffered under 2015 till now, us on this place, we did not suffer under Buhari. We did not suffer. We are living. Now, when I still suffer, now when I still they go Twitter, every of them they throw up accounts, they go give away, they beg up and down. Look at what one posted Kudus, that in 30 years' time from now, I will tell my children that I supported Tinubu and I got a car. Toyota Camry 2003. A 20-year-old car they gave you, and I said how many they gave you. That we know that in less than 3 months time now you will be doing crowdfunding for fuel, or you turn to Uber driver. You cannot even drive Uber driver. You cannot be Uber driver. Uber driving is an exquisite road. You cannot even drive. You might probably sell that car to go and buy Shekme. It is what you're proud to say that in this electionary circle that you got a car for shouting, I can be, I can be, I can be. That is what you're proud of. People that kind of can give you, your mate, you see that guy now, he bought a house when he was 30 with his father's wealth, worth 8 billion naira. 8 billion naira. The net worth of all Abado supporters on Twitter, all of them joined together, I know it's 8 billion. All his supporters, because he had 2 million votes across Nigeria. 2 million votes. That's what I have. That's his original vote. 2 million votes. All the 2 million people with their network together. How many people in Nigeria have? It's not even me. You cannot even broke shame Nigerians, because in reality they say that less than 98% of Nigerians have over 500,000 in their account. We don't have the money. Then you're not slave and worship people that are making us poor. Where we should be collectively fighting these people. Can you point to one business as a 31-year-old boy, Sheyi Tinubu, was doing? Wealth without enterprise. Your money that they stole from you is who you're supporting. When I get shame, when I don't this platform they hear. Don't come out here and you want to speak, because if you request on the mic. Okay. Jimmy, back to you, please.
Thank you, my brother. So I mean, in conclusion, see guys, there are different reasons. There are many reasons why we can't allow this guy to get in there, because him becoming the president of Nigeria means it's like you're authenticating criminality in Nigeria, because the process that got him there was not free and fair, was not an excellent process. That means we are endorsing, henceforth, there's going to be endorsement of sham elections, henceforth in Nigeria. You're telling criminals that the only way you can become successful or acquire or attain the highest office in Nigeria is to be a criminal, is to do a crime. That is exactly what you're telling people. You're telling people that you can get away with crime and you can become somebody committing a crime. You can get away with killing people. You can get away with stealing and still become a president of Nigeria. You're making cheating a legitimate act in that country. And when I say cheating, in every industry, in banks, in offices, marketplaces, in schools, kids will be cheating in their exams. They will be changing their results, and there is nothing nobody can do about it. Because you, the leaders, you've shown them how to do it, and you legitimated the whole thing through court, and they stamped it. Bam. That is if they allow this sham of an election to go through. That is if they authenticate this winning, which he did not win. So, guys, except we don't want to have a country anymore, that is when they will allow this guy to become the president. It's just the president-elect right now. And we have the president-elect, the one going around the country in a very, very presidential mode. You see the joy in people's faces when they see him. You see the aura, you see the environment. People read the room when he gets there. The whole environment changes when he walks in. But no, not like this one. Anywhere you go, every child, you must eat a egg every day. Any useless man, a egg every day. And you have useless one too. There was one that was attacking Dr. Jeff. Dr. Jeff always posted every morning. It's a good day for Tinubu to be arrested. And this idiot came up and said, call your forefathers to go and arrest him. And the forefathers, he wrote FOUR. It's not his fault. When his principal is saying a egg, and this one is saying your forefathers, as in four, what do you expect? A egg, your forefathers. Olori buruku olodo. 1 year lost in school. Now you teacher go buy beans. May you stay for English class. Now beans they go buy.
But Jimmy, school has come now. School has come. Eh?
You can't go they do forefathers. Olori buruku forefathers. Anyway, wait you don't know your forefathers. Àwọn àgbààgbà mẹ́rìndínlógún ni olórí burúkú olódo. Guys, welcome to Violence Space. God bless you guys. Let me take a cue now, and we stick to that. 5 minute guys, please. Grandmaster goes first. Sarah Savik, Dr. Olu, Kelvin D, well-meaning Nigeria, and Ataka in that order, and I'll take the next cue after those. Thank you guys. God bless you. Grandmaster, how you doing, my brother? Good afternoon from here.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Saddam, greetings to you. Otumba, I greet you. Let me see if I can keep to time. I'll try to be very quick. Guys, please, I don't know, but I would like you to please give me the permission to digress a little bit from the topic. It has to, it will tie, to the entire topic, at the end. It was loosely tied to it. But there's something I want to speak about.
And Grandmaster, please,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
If you start the space with that, this space will not go. Please.
I mean, you understand where I'm coming from. But
please,
I don't know. If I'm going off,
please.
please let me know.
Please, let's just keep this to the topic, please. It is very, very important.
Okay, let me just say what the topic is about, and then you can tell me if I can speak about this, and then I'll let you know. I want to speak about the descent into fascism that is currently happening before our very eyes, and no one is speaking about it. But I don't know if you allow me to speak on this.
If you can wrap your conversation, you're eloquent in this work, my brother. Now you can always wrap your conversation and drag it into different. This topic is wide enough to take it as far as you want to go now, bro.
All right.
And so go on.
All right, thank you so much. I think there's something that a lot of people are not paying attention to. Something is happening to Nigeria. You see, there's this silent but very steady descent into fascism that we are all ignoring, and it's happening before our very eyes. You see, thank you so much, my sister Dunke. A couple of days back, the news about Tinubu's son, buying a house in London broke, and a couple of minutes after that, the NBC tweeted something, and basically we were able to decipher that this was just a subtle threat thrown at the media houses. The NBC said, the Nigerian Broadcasting Code on Unconventional Reportage. It mentioned section 5.6.5, and it says, the broadcaster shall ensure that news materials sent in by the public are vetted to ensure editorial responsibility. And the NBC, the National Broadcasting Commission, went ahead to tag all the major news houses in Nigeria, including AIT, Channels TV, Arise, and so on and so forth. Uh, you see, that is how it starts, first of all. A lot of people did not pay mind to this. This is the complete gagging and emasculation of the media houses. Basically, we cannot report anymore what is going on in this country. It is an indirect threat thrown at the media houses not to report on certain issues that affect Tinubu or the APC government or their families. You know, that is a descent into fascism. A lot of people are not paying attention. Secondly, I want to speak about a little bit of what happened during the election. The Nigerian electorate were completely denied the right to vote right before our very eyes. Up to today, there is no case in the court of law challenging what happened on that day. You understand? I'm speaking specifically about the parts where they told Nigerians that they cannot exercise their constitutional right of electing their own leaders, voting or be voted for. The media has kept quiet completely all this while. The judicial arm of government, no one is speaking up. That is a grave injury done to the constitution of Nigeria. Gradually, our freedoms are being eroded, and no one is saying a single thing. Currently, we are hearing about a certain bill that is making rounds in the House currently, whereby they are trying to outlaw protests. No one is speaking about this. Matter of fact, let me give my kudos to my brother, Happiness, because he came up on a space today and explained to us what actually happened. The truth of the matter is that apparently the guy who instituted the bill in 2021 withdrew this bill, and the bill was officially supposed to be about mob action against people. And then he was criticized and he withdrew the bill. Apparently, APC members went and resurrected the bill that this man withdrew, and then added a caveat that has to outlaw protests, and are trying to pass this bill without this man's permission and under his name, to the point that this man has actually gone to counter Gbajabiamila and ask him the question, why are you trying to institute a bill on my name that I never was a signatory to? And Gbajabiamila simply just dismissed him. Before our very eyes, the people that came to power on the back of democratic principles, protests and everything and elections are trying to outlaw these things. Nigerians are quiet. No one is speaking up. Yesterday, Tinubu visited River State. In Enugu, we were seeing fighter jets flying all across the southeast, helicopters trying to intimidate the southeasterners. If you know the distance between Enugu and Port Harcourt, it's about 230 something kilometers. That's about 3.5 hours away. I would like to ask Nigerians, what is the business of Enugu with the visit of Tinubu in River State? Apparently, Tinubu has started intimidation of the Igbos and the Southeasterners even before he has actually become a president in this country, if he will ever be that. And for some reason, no one is speaking up. Guys, Nigeria is descending into serious fascism. I think we should really pay very close attention to this. One thing you guys will not understand is this: men always want to be tyrannical. They will try to take away the freedom of people if they do not pay attention. And given any opportunity, they will truncate any form of freedom in order to satisfy their own personal ego. You see, I remember in one of the, constitutional convention that I think it was Abe, if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't. And they asked him, what type of government have you given us? And he said, a republic, a democracy, if you can keep it. What that means is that democracy is consistently and constantly under threat. Basically, there are men out there who do not sleep at night, who are trying to take away the freedom of people anytime they have the opportunity to do that. And that as old as the US democracy is today, they are constantly under watch to ensure that a tyrannical government does not take away their freedom. They have anticipated that tyrannical government for centuries now, and they know that one day that government will come. They saw a semblance of it when Trump came, but the people had to fight. There's the reason why they have the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights tend to expand the right of the people anywhere it could see fit, to ensure that when the tyrannical government comes, the people could be able to fight back using all legal means and the power of the constitution. Nigeria's constitution is dying. For some reason, nobody is paying attention. For some reason, our learned colleagues are not speaking up. The media house is completely gagged. And we are just here simply making noise while Tinubu is trying to throw Nigeria into complete and total fascism. And let me end with this. You guys might think this is not possible in a country like Nigeria. Take a look around the world and you understand how fascism came. A lot of people who became fascists came on the back of democratic principles. They used the tenets of democracy to gain power, and then they unleashed their strengths. And these fascists will always thrive because there are always supporters who are willing to pick them up and ensure that they become fascists. Tinubu and his co-travelers are those people. APC and their co-travelers are these people. And they are actively doing this, knowing that what they are doing is wrong, but they want a fascist government. Guys, I'll end with this. I beg you, keep an eye on the judiciary, what is coming up. Keep an eye on that judiciary. There is no way in this universe P2B is going to lose that judicial case. It is not going to happen. But at the end of the day, please keep an eye on what is coming, because Nigeria, where it is going, I am not sure what is going to happen to us and our rights in the next coming years. Let me just leave it at that. I'm sorry that I had to deviate a little from the topic, but honestly, my guy, this thing don't they bother me for days now, especially the part where they denied people the right to vote and told you that if you cannot vote for our parties, then you have no right to vote. That is a grave injury to our constitution. Until today, no one is speaking about it. Thank you very much. I yield the mic.
Right. Um. All right. Thank you, Grandmaster. That was that was a good submission. But I you said something that didn't sound nice. You said we come here to make noise. We don't just come here to make noise. Okay. We come here to express ourselves. A lot of people just come here, they scream it out of anger. We don't just come here to make noise. Um, there are countless actions we've taken on this space, on this violent space ended up yielding active results. So I believe you meant that in a positive way. Like trying to refocus our mind to the ball game. But yeah, probably a wrong choice of words. But yeah,
Sorry, my brother
but to
Jimmy.
everyone
Sorry,
else,
let me clear
we
myself.
coming here is just not we coming here
Jimmy,
to
sorry,
scream.
you got me wrong. I never said anything about the violence space. I was basically
No.
talking
You said
about
we
the.
come here to make noise.
No. I didn't use such a word. My brother, please don't put words in my mouth. I never said anything like that. I was never making any reference to violence space. I mean, why would I be on the violence space if I say such a thing? I'm always here now. No be our own violence space. I was basically speaking about Nigerians, so to say. My brother, please don't
Oh, okay.
misunderstand me, yeah? Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. That's beautiful then. So but I mean, all that being said, I think what he just mentioned now is a very good point, because one way or the other, we've it's not as if we're ignoring it, but they're not announcing these things. But hopefully, we'll bring it up in one of our topics on violent space. It's really, really concerning, as you said, because was it yesterday? It got to my attention that they are trying to pass a bill after first reading, a bill to ban protesting. So a lot of bills are just going through reading on notice, and we're not knowing anything about it. We're not observing anything about it. I'm coming, guys. So we need to pay more attention to these things. But yeah, thanks for calling your attention to that. Thank you so much. We'll pay attention more often. Sarah, my sister, how you doing?
Yeah, hi Jimmy. Nice to be here again. Before I
Five
go on,
minutes,
I just
please.
wanted to quickly clarify something.
Okay.
Uh, I just landed now, and I was heading to the hotel, and then the Uber guy was like enjoying the space, and he was like, "Yes, this is what we should be doing. Everybody should be talking. I'm happy. Increase the volume. Connect it to my Bluetooth." He was so excited, and then Saddam goes, "I know he is just going to use the car for an Uber." The guy just looked at me. So Uber no be work. it was it was so funny. It was so funny. And I'm like, no. He didn't mean it that way. Just to say next time, please, let's just, I mean, these people, they don't even have the mental capacity to even do that sort of customer relationship, not to talk about speaking to people or using their stolen phones to actually get things done right. Then quick one, yeah. I don't know the person that spoke earlier because I was in the middle of, dragging my boxes and everything. But I wanted to clarify something he said. He said if you look into Enugu, you will see jets going in and out. I actually just left Enugu. I was in Enugu for the um, events, for a series of events actually. And then I also noticed the jets. Apparently, the Air Force Nav Day, it will be hosted in Enugu this year, and I think it's starting tomorrow, yes, or today, or tomorrow or today, I don't know. So that's why you actually see fighter jets every minute flying, because they're actually practicing their air display and then their airplay. So you actually see them going in and going out, and you see the speeds that they used to turn and tumble, and then you see them pass again. So I think that's what they're just practically trying to get things right for their display during the nav day. If after the nav day we still see these displays, then I'll say okay, let's start raising causes for alarm. But that notwithstanding, you actually raised a very very valid point, especially to the fascism that is actually going on in the system. And for the fact that a whole lot of people are not talking about it, it's actually troubling, because I would expect our elites, I mean, I'm sorry if you're one of the elites here, or your parents are one of the elites here. I'm going to be, shooting a lot of bullets. So you can either log out and come back in, or you stay on the space, collect it, and then curse me in your mind. But I'm actually quite surprised that a whole lot of elites are not speaking up. There are people who I expect that everything that has happened from the election time, in fact, before the election period, down to after the election, down to what is going on now, I would expect they will be making noise, even if they don't go to the media houses to make noise. All these people, they have Twitter accounts, they have Instagram accounts, they have Facebook accounts. They can just come out to say, okay, this is what is happening now. And I mean, I'm not happy about it. But they're not saying anything. They're not saying a word about what is going on now. For the fact that we have people that we call elites, that a lot of people look up to, that would have expected that these people will use their space in Nigeria, or use their influence to actually make changes, and they're not saying or doing anything about a whole lot of things happening. I mean, for the fact, just for the fact that people were not even allowed to come out to vote, just for the fact that, like, we all saw what happened in Rivers State, we all saw what Wike was doing. Like, it's even as I speak to you right now, it's on iRev. Just open iRev and even see it for yourself. I'm not even telling you to go and start arguing. Just open it, use your own time, and check it for yourself. So it's quite funny that we have people who we're supposed to call people that can influence the country, or influence our economy, or influence decisions that are going to be made to actually make Nigeria a better place and a better space. But they're not doing anything about it, because they feel like they are going to be, what should I use? They feel like they're going to be involved in this fascist system. And it's quite poor that we have elites who don't think, I don't even, most of them didn't even get to where they are by using their brains, obviously, because I doubt they even have brains to start with. You cannot be in a system, in an economy where you're making money, and then you want the economy to die, but you want your own pockets to continue to thrive. And then when things go bad, you don't say a word, because you don't want your own pockets to dry. But every other person's pocket should float to the ground. You don't give a fuck about it. You don't care. We have a whole lot of people in this country that can make changes by just speaking up, as little as it is. Just speaking up. This is terrible. How would you be in a country whereby they will tell you cannot vote? I keep saying this all. I went around the whole Nigeria registering people for PVCs. We went to Yobo, we went to Zamfara, we entered every single place. But then my own PVC in Lagos, I could not get it. Somebody had to go and open a drawer to give me my PVC. My PVC was in a drawer where they put for people that are not Lagosians, non-indigens. You can imagine a drawer in INEC office is tagged non-indigens. How is that your fucking business? Is that what we should be doing as Nigerians? Is that supposed to be the business during election? non-indigent. Somebody had to go there and remove my PVC and meet me somewhere in phase 1 to give me my PVC before I could use to vote. Is that terrible? That is how low it has become in Nigeria. That is how terrible and demonic everything is going. Just because of how many people. Are they more than us? No, they're not. The crimes in Nigeria is so inbuilt that sometimes when you think about it, you go just dey vex. I don't even understand. They will just be asking you, okay, like just leave. But to some extent, you can't just leave. You can't just leave. Practically all your family members are just leaving, but you don't want to go because you feel like you can still make a change. But every single time when you believe, these people come with one demonic thing to the other to try and kill that belief every single time. How can a man who has nothing to his name, nothing, the only thing he has to his name is the drugs he takes in the clubs and all the strip houses he goes to meet and slap the bum bum of strippers, spraying dollars on them and spraying drugs on them, will have that amount of money to go and buy a house? And it's not even about him buying the house. The same house you people screamed in Nigeria. You people practically drag this and to the point where this woman had to leave the country. She left the country for you, like she practically left with all. I mean, to the extent whereby we demonize these people and we demonize that and associates. Everything that practically came from her was said to be fraudulent. And then you go and hand this over to somebody. You just take this property and hand it over to somebody. Does he even have like? I don't even understand how we think in this country. Then somebody will tell you, is it not their money? No, it is not. It is not. I think sometimes we don't understand the country we are standing on. Sometimes we don't understand how blessed Nigeria is. And it freaking pisses me off every single time. Do you know what it means for you to wash pepper in your backyard and throw it? And in 2 days' time, the pepper is growing. You didn't even water it. Do you know what it means? For you to have a land so fertile that you can practically grow what you want to grow and eat. Do you know what it means for you to have your house in front of you and you have a farm right beside it and you're not even worried about it? Do you know the amount of natural resources we have in Zamfara, even in Borno State, that they're shouting Sambisa, Sambisa all the time? Do you know the natural resources in Borno State alone? Do you think the terrorism that is going on in the north is because they just want to kill people? Of course, yes, they just want to kill people. But these people are taking the natural resources and shoving it in their pockets. And it's the same government. I cannot go and steal crude oil. Oh. I can't enter anywhere and go and steal crude oil. Saddam cannot go and steal crude oil. Neither can Jimmy go and steal crude oil. The people stealing these things are the people in power. You need to be in power to be able to steal or even control anything to even steal in the first place. How can we wake up in the morning and somebody will tell me that $66 billion of crude oil is missing? They drink not juice. Is missing where? So nobody saw it when it was passing. Nobody saw the ship. The ship just disappeared. So sometimes we should think like we don't understand how rich we are. If all these things that they're doing, if they just said everybody, they let us just move to an economy whereby we can produce for ourselves and employ the youth and put them in those places, put them in those companies. Let our youth be the ones to actually head those things. Let us actually do those production. Do you think anybody in Nigeria will be poor? Go to countries like Germany, they're begging for people. I was working in a big four. Almost every day, you will see an email. Join Deloitte Australia. Join Deloitte Germany. Come and join Deloitte UK. Then everybody in the unit practically left. So one Deloitte to the other in various countries. It is that easy. It is that easy. Because these people are always looking for talents. They'll pay your flight. They'll pay everything. Just come and work. It is that easy. So what is wrong with our own economy? And then we've actually wanted to make things right, entered into an election to vote, and then somebody wants to now come and playing us false. I think if we don't all start watching the judiciary, we're just going to let this slide. we are going to let this slide. And it's not just about watching the judiciary. Let's keep making. They must finish. See, because do you know? I want everybody here to know that the appeal courts can stop. They can stop the inauguration. They can put it on hold. So the way and manner we can start making noise about it, we should start. It may be this evening. It may be tomorrow morning. Whenever we decide that we need to start making that noise for them to halt that fraudulent inauguration, because you cannot wake up at 4 a.m. to go and announce a stupidity as our president, somebody that didn't even win his own local government, somebody that could not even win his. I don't even know where his village is. Safe. I can't even say he didn't win his village because we don't even know where this man come from. Even my great grandmother's picture when she was playing football. I'm not telling you about my grandmother. I'm not saying my great grandmother's picture, great grandmother, when she was playing football in the village in her secondary school. We have all those pictures. When she was sitting in her classroom with her secondary school, and then with my great grandfather that we saw that Nain go to stand for secondary school, is everywhere in the house. We still have those pictures. How old is Tinubu that you want to tell me he cannot remember his secondary school? There is no picture. There is no nothing. A fraudulent man. And you people that support him, all of you that are here supporting him, you don't even know where he came from. You don't even have a picture.
Can you run
Ask
up
your own
30 seconds,
grandmother.
please?
Go and ask your grandmother if she has a picture of herself in school. So I don't understand. Lies upon lies. So why are you people even supporting this man? Because it makes me think whether na con dey in her brain. Because I don't understand. Na con dey your brain. Because definitely not. Maybe it may even be mucus. Because you are not thinking straight. There's no way you will be in support of this. And we're shouting that let's go to court. Let's go to court. And you're saying,
My sisters, you wrap up here. I have a theory, but when you wrap up, I will drop the theory of why they're supporting. But just wrap up for us in like 30
we
seconds.
need to make the judiciary understand that we know that they have the power to stop the illegalities announced by the useless Mahmood. And we need to start making that noise now. Because once this hearing starts, by on Monday, they're going to give us a specific date when everybody's going to come down to the cross-examination and everything. Once this starts, we have a huge opportunity to stop the inauguration. And we need to start making that noise now. Let it be everything every media is talking about. And I want you all to understand, nobody should come here and tell you that you people are just talking anytime you come online. Whatever you guys say on Twitter always makes the news. Every single day. Whatever you say here goes to the media houses, goes to the newspapers. They may not want to say it how it is because you know that they are actually being gagged. I mean, all the media houses in Nigeria now, they are playing BDSM. Their hands are always tied. But at least let's keep making that noise, because whatever we say here actually gets to them. They hear it. Noise. So allow the judiciary know that we know what we want. We want that fraudulent inauguration to be on hold, and let us actually start making the noise now, so that they will
Thank you.
understand that we know that they have the power to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Oof, that was a long submission. Jesus. But yeah, thank you, my sister. That was beautiful. Thank you. It was lengthy, but it was actually loaded.
It was what it did. I wanted to give a theory. I wanted to give a theory, and she
Go
said
ahead.
something that she was asking about what is in the head of people that support Bola Tinubu and everything. This my theory is for day ones, those that have been riding with the violence space from day one, that know how far. Because I've told them this story like 10 months ago, but I had to do a research. Because I used to then, before we started violence space, we used to jump on their spaces one on one. Go on this space with these guys, and you argue with them, come back and forth and tell them, see, Bola Tinubu is a criminal, Bola Tinubu is this. Show me one. I said in 8 years of Bola Tinubu being president, name one major road he built in Lagos. They cannot name. Name one bridge he built in Lagos. They cannot name. I say name one major infrastructure he built. They cannot name. They say Lasma and Labos. I say all these your colleagues that you cannot name one. Name one hospital he built in Lagos. There's none. In 8 years, but he built Lagos. So we started having this argument back and forth. Every day we have back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, I come the next day, I will ask you the same thing. They'll say, Peter Obi did not this. I'll bring Peter Obi's facts. I'll bring Peter Obi does. I'll be taking these guys a book of Google, showing them facts and everything. And you come back the next day, it is the same thing. So I had to start an investigative. I started, in fact, before you became investigative journalist, I was an investigative journalist. I had to go and do my own investigation to find out who are the true supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How did they come to this world? How did they come to this world? Then I now found out, after deep consultations, research, calls, questionings, and found out that that in this life, it is unfortunate, but this is the truth. This is a hard truth. I have to stop telling the story, but I have to say that just because of my sister's sake. For people on this platform to understand, how are people supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and who are those supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu? They are not normal human beings like me and you. Please don't get it twisted. They are not normal. Don't look at them and say they are no. There are some people that they got from the river. Some people now native doctor conceive them. Some people now for bad beach, the woman don't the husband important men don't say they are this, they stand anymore. They go they beat the woman. You must give me a child. They don't say this they work again. The woman can't go stand for front of bad beach. They shout, Ishauru, if you give me a child, I will. All those people, don't you think that they gave birth to children? They gave birth to children and they have phones like me and you. They grew up to have cellular phones like me and you. They have Twitter accounts. So when you see you that are supporting Tinubu now, go and ask your mother to ask her, Mama, where did you get me from? If you come back here and she tell you that she got from that, they gave it to you normal 9 months in hospital. Come, I will give you whatever you want. Ask, just ask. You are a product of a shrine or a native doctor or a water spirit. You are not a normal human being, because a normal human being will not see a drug dealer, a criminal, a fucking arm robber and say, this is my president. No. They have used your brain right before you were born. They have push. They conceived you, man and woman came together and gave birth to you, not when spirit.
Saddam, you are not selling the market. So a lot of people we want to. So for us to trend, you need to make unique
Please
posts
don't
and re-escalate it.
let me sell our market. Peter Obi won 2023 election. Kevin. Hashtag, that's how it trends. President Peter Obi won 2023 elections. Please, guys, hashtag. Please, let it up on the Jumbotron, yeah? Thank you, Jimmy. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Saddam. Moving forward real quick, Savik is not here, so let's have Dr. Olu, please. And henceforth, we'll try and keep up with the time. So, because we have a lot of people requesting for the mic today. I don't know what's so special about today's topic, but yeah, let's keep it as brief as possible. We'll start with 4 minutes, please, guys. Dr. Olu, how you doing, my brother? Dr. Olu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me, please?
We can hear now.
Okay.
4 minutes, please. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, wonderful people. And this is your picture, self. I was thinking it's cadaver. I have to look very well. Are you sure this is a clear? this is... Well, the point here is this: how Tinubu is synonymous to crime, is synonymous to criminal. The family is synonymous to corruption. There is a popular tweet that the guy, I want to call him the guy because I don't even rate him. He tweeted something that he's going to fight corruption. I keep on wondering, how will a criminal fight corruption? What is the correlation? How do you want to tell me that you are going to uphold EFCC? The process that likely, which is impossible, to bring you to power it's flawed. So the problem about this thing is that it is the
we have two prominent people per se in the West, in the Southwest. Awolowo represent obedient. That's my own belief. Why Tinubu represent Agbero and drug baron. Awolowo family up till now is because the man probably did not release. I think there's no any evidence to show that he's corrupt. His family has been very kind of the business he had, the Tribune, because if people are not aware, Awolowo is the owner of Tribune, Nigerian Tribune's paper, and this has been consistently effective because the proceeds of most likely claim money. Why Tinubu is representing MC Oluomo and Akanbi and Co. And that is the kind of family that want to have access to our national treasury. This is the challenge. These are the things that personally I cannot just phantom. And these are the things I feel has gradually, not only gradually, drastically affected the concepts about Southwest. The perspective, Tinubu's family has further deteriorate the representation or the pedigree that Southwest usually boasts of. And these are the things that we don't want him to replicate in the national level. Look, even let's start from his so-called Yaloja. The so-called Yaloja, that is Yaloja. I don't even know what is a 62-year-old person. Between Yaloja and Seyi Tinubu, I don't think anybody can tell me whether Tinubu has another children, because maybe he's 50-something or 40-something. This to let you know that the family is just full of different kind of problems. I cannot just imagine. And the fear of having this kind of family controlling Nigerian treasury is my greatest fear. And that is it. For Wike, personally, I'm one of the most, I was gullible at the point in time. Saddam can actually attest to that. There was a time I used to argue that Wike is this, Wike is that, not knowing that that guy is one of the greatest, one of the most dangerous person we can ever imagine in Nigeria. And for the funniest thing is, APC are.
Is it me? Dr. Lu?
Yeah, I think Dr. Lu dropped. He
He
just
fell
dropped.
off.
I'm not sure what happened. He just dropped. I'm not sure how that happened actually. But yeah,
Let's take relevant best now.
yeah. Hold on, what happened? All the people who I don't list down don't come out. Okay, I can see well-meaning Nigeria. Real ever best comes after well-meaning Nigeria actually. So out of all the list I wrote down, well-meaning Nigeria is the only person up here. The rest they've all dropped. Saddam, can you bring Otumba back up, please?
Yeah, bro, I've sent in the mic. Also, my request, I've sent you the mic.
Oh, okay. Well-meaning Nigeria, how you doing, my brother?
Okay. So you make we no expect say you ever defect or come out from PDP. Come on to go where? Things big change. We don't say it happen. I get malaria. My cancer dey fine. They talk like that. I get malaria. When they easy to treat, now one man go cancer, one go die immediately. Which party? APC. I mean, look at this, talk like that. Party we don't kill Nigeria. Where we go now? Any fight one fight my PDP. Okay. Just in case Wike is in the space, Wike, I'm glad to announce to you that you are now a cancerous patient. You have cancer. So, by your own definition, by your own standard, you have cancer. I've just talked about first I don't want to talk too much about Tinubu's crime. I think my forte now is Judicial Watch. But before I go to Judicial Watch, I just want to tell the Abado people here that the 8 billion that Sheyi used to buy a house in the UK, 8 billion naira equivalent, if they share 50K if they wanted to share 50K for you people, 50K for each of you people, they will share it for 160,000 of you people. And I don't even think the number of votes APC got in the whole of South
south, or maybe southeast, is up to 160,000 votes. So they could have just shared that money for all of them there for them to enjoy themselves. Anyway, I'll leave that and quickly just go to something I enjoy talking about every time. And that's, the judicial watch. I'm sure a lot of us have seen. Salam, I think I sent you a voice note. I know you were busy towards that because I sent it just before the space started. There's a couple of, I'm sure a lot of us have seen the judiciary is going to start, maybe not the direct court proceedings, but, officially it's going to start on the 8th, which is on Monday. And there's always this question of what can we do? What can we do? And I've said it, on Tuesday, I think I said it on Vawulence Space that, I know people say this, people say that, and for me, I try not to, put my confidence in the judiciary. And take note, like I said that day again, confidence is not equivalent to trust. I mean, you can be confident, you can be going to something and you just be confident in yourself, but you cannot trust the person that wants to, if you are going for a job interview, you may have read and you are so confident that you know everything. But you may get to the job interview and the interviewer may ask you, may just not even interview you and just say, you don't have the job, right? So I don't want people to mistake having confidence on what we have, going to the judiciary, going to court, as trusting the judiciary. Of course, none of us trust it. I don't trust the judiciary. I think once bitten, twice shy. I mistakenly trust INEC a little, but even that one said it shocked me. So of course I'm not trusting the judiciary. But does that mean I shouldn't have confidence in the judiciary? Or so does that mean I shouldn't have or so does that mean I shouldn't have confidence in going to the judiciary now? Not really in the judiciary. I think it's worth having, especially when you take it in context. And I know, like I had this conversation with my brother, being to someone taking overturning a presidential election. It was Buhari and Yar'Adua in 2007. And I said there are a lot of things that this current case has that one did not even have. And that was whether, I think it was 5-2 or 3-4. I know it was just one judge that broke the tie. So the judges were equal until one had to break the tie. That's why they usually make them odd numbers in the panel, because if it becomes a tie, one person has to break the tie, basically. So I was saying, I told him, I said there are a lot of things. The first thing is that even as bad as 2007 election was, this 2023 election was worse. And it has too much evidence to back it up. It was more difficult to defend the election in 2007. Yet this Buhari that doesn't have Wike almost did it. You not think that it's not possible for Peter Obi to do it. That's one. Then two, I told him that in 2007, nobody was really interested in the judiciary. I mean, people just knew that, Buhari has gone to court. But now everybody is interested. I mean, distinguished Field Marshal has become a lawyer all of a sudden. She didn't do any, all of a sudden she's a lawyer. Everybody is reading, everybody is on research. So I said those two factors, when I think about it in my head, and now add it to the fact that the evidence are like too glaring. And I say this every time, it will take, even a biased judiciary can't even bypass it. So it will take a rascal judiciary, literally a judiciary that is at Tinubu level of rascality to see it pass. And I'll just quickly run through some things that I usually say we can do, that everybody needs to do. And the first thing I'll say, which is really where my submission would end, the first thing I'll say is, leading to this court starting on Monday, one of the things we can do, matches and rally. Big Mag is here. I know earlier today on the 1 million man match space, couple of spaces. Of course, we can have matches and rallies on the election, on the hearing days and those kind of things. And if you're part of those small groups, every now and then, the Dr. Mose, the Zaria that go out there, big ups to you guys. We need to keep doing that. Another thing is videos and pictures. Thank God for Jimmy. Some weeks back, Omega X came and brought a picture. Please, if you cannot do video like them, Jimmy, I know some people feel like, I'm not too eloquent, I cannot do it. You can write a couple of things on your placard and just say, judiciary, do justice. Take a picture of yourself, put it out there. Thank God for what Jimmy also initiated that day, and I see a lot of people jumping into it. That on its own is very powerful. Another thing is street and market sensitization, and this is one part I think we've not done a little bit quite well. And I said this because the truth is that on Twitter, we have taken over Twitter. Maybe even on other social media as well. Even on ground, we've also penetrated ground. But like I said on the last day, I said, I think we need to get to that point again, where the same way we're going around and telling people, Papa, Mama, Pikin. You may not do it actively now, but every time you go to the market, every time you go and buy something, you can engage the person and tell